break the ice and make new friends. Hey there, welcome back. Did you manage to break the ice yesterday? Don't worry if not, because today I have some more tips for you. You can break the ice by using your charm and complimenting someone. It could be about anything you notice about them, such as their hair. It's a good idea to follow up a compliment with a question because it opens up a conversation. You could say, "I really love your hair. Where did you get it done?" If you are confident, it might be to your advantage to try to be humorous. Approach the person next to you with a funny remark. You can then see them react. Be careful to make sure the other person is reacting well, though. It doesn't matter which method you choose, as long as you remember to be polite. Now, if you're sitting with your new classmates, turn to someone and give one of these methods a go.
Hi everyone, welcome back to English for You. I'm Pat.
I'm Chickling.
And today we're going to continue with our article about breaking the ice, and we'll learn some more methods and ways and tips, tricks and advice for doing this. Let's check out day 2, which starts with a nice sort of friendly kind of welcome back. It indeed says, "Hey there, welcome back. Did you manage to break the ice yesterday?" So it's asking if you tried asking a question or those kind of things from day 1. And it also used the phrase manage to. Manage to means to do something that's not easy. It's to accomplish something that was a little bit of a challenge. You wouldn't say, "I managed to put my shoes on," or "I managed to get dressed," unless that kind of thing is really difficult for you. That's the sort of thing you do every day without thinking. No, you'd use manage to for like, "Oh, I managed to get all my homework done on time. I managed to get a good grade on this test." Something that you actually had to work for.
通常呢，我们讲到 manage to do something 都是设法要去做到一件事，这件事通常不是很容易可以办到。所以 for me, I could say, "How did I manage to eat the snails?"
Oh, they're tasty.
I know, yeah, but I don't eat them anymore.
Too slimy?
A little bit, because they look like my pets.
Oh, okay.
So
you have pet snails?
No. Right, no, before when I was younger.
Okay.
So it was kind of hard for me to eat them.
Makes sense. I wouldn't want to eat a cat for similar reasons.
所以我们昨天大家有讲到成功破冰这件事情了嘛？那大家可以想一下，那你们有试试看有没有成功破冰吗？那么 manage 这个字本身有管理的意思，那 manager 它就是有经理的意思哦，所以它的名词 management 也可以指管理。比如说 Carrie has been asked to manage a new department.
So, did you break the ice yesterday? Hopefully so, but the article then says, "Don't worry if not," or "Don't worry if you didn't, because today I have some more tips for you."
所以就算没有破冰也没有关系哦，我们今天会继续介绍几个破冰的诀窍。
Okay, so here's one I kind of mentioned a little yesterday. We'll expand on the idea here. It says, you can break the ice by using your charm and complimenting someone. So charm is everybody's sort of personal power of attracting or fascinating others. It's the ability to make people like you and sometimes to make them do what you want them to do, or just to make them feel relaxed and easy and that you're paying attention to them and you think they are interesting. Having charm is a really good thing to have, especially if a lot of your job or your life involves talking to others. You might say, the actor is known for his charm, which is why many people love to interview him.
Compliment 就是有赞美的意思，可以当动词或者是名词，所以有时候我们会说 to take something as a compliment， 指的就是把什么当作赞美的意思。比如说找一个人跟我讲或跟你讲 I think you look a lot like Mulan， 那你就可以回说 Oh, I'll take it as a compliment， 代表说好吧，我就把它当成赞美咯。那么夸奖呢，如果当成动词，我们可以加一个 on 来代表是在赞美什么东西。比如说 Bobby complimented me on my new hairstyle。所以呢，我们是可以透过赞美来破冰的，是个非常好的方式。
Yeah, a compliment can be a noun or a verb, and the article continues, it, the compliment, could be about anything you notice about them. such as their hair. Like, oh wow, your hair's looking great today. That color really suits you.
Thank you. 然后我们就可以开始一个对话。Maybe we can start talking about my hairdresser or maybe which hair salon I go to.
Exactly.
所以就像我们刚刚造的句子一样，老师这边有提到我们可以夸赞对方的发型哦。or I actually like to compliment on people's outfits.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
But there's something to remember here. It's a good start, but it's not the entire thing. The article says it's a good idea to follow up a compliment with a question, like in day one, because it opens up a conversation. To follow up on something is to do something after first doing something else, to keep an activity or particularly a conversation progressing and therefore achieve your aim. So I could say, oh, your hair looks great.
Thank you.
And that's it. That's not a conversation. But if I say, oh, your hair looks great, well, how long have you had it dyed? Have you tried other colors?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Why did you go for that
But maybe
color?
I would have said something else too.
Yeah,
but if you encounter a person that's so quiet,
yes.
then...
Oh, and sometimes you want to, and it's nice to add that extra question in. It shows an extra layer of interest. And doing that will open up the conversation. To open up, in this case, means to create a new possibility or an opportunity. Like, oh, if you go to, if you do this internship, it could open up opportunities for jobs in the future. That kind of idea.
Right, 所以 follow something up 就是针对什么去采取后续的行动，针对什么什么什么补充去达到一个目的。So to open up something, it kind of means to create something， 就是去开创一个东西，开启一个机会。所以赞美之后呢，可以借由再问问题来开启一个话题哦。那么 follow something up， 我们把它变成名词，就可以有后续，也是后续的意思。比如说 ，She is writing a follow up to her best-selling novel.
And of course, this will keep the conversation going. A conversation is when two or more people are talking to one another about one subject, about many subjects. It could be a casual conversation. Hey, what'd you do last weekend? Did you catch the sports game? Could be, we need to have a serious conversation about our relationship. That's a very different kind of conversation. For example, you could say, here's a sample. Workers at this company often have short conversations in the kitchen.
所以 conversation 就是那个一个交谈，它是名词，那动词就是 converse， 就是跟谁交谈。那它通常是比较正式的讲法 ，to converse with someone。那交谈的这个的形容词，它就是 conversational。所以我们的沟通技巧，英文就是 conversational skills。比如说 ，some people seem to lack basic conversational skills.
Yeah, I may be one of them.
Really? No, you're... No.
Some people have
You
called me
don't.
Judian Wang, like full stop, period king.
Oh, that's me actually.
Okay, well, we're the worst people.
你说句点王吗？
Yeah, we need to learn from this article.
Okay.
So we are going to give an example. It's pretty similar in the article to one I just mentioned. You could say, I really love your hair. Where did you get it done?
I actually dyed it myself.
Wow, I used to dye my own hair as well.
Oh wow, you too?
Yeah,
所以
so
你看
follow-up questions, making an extra remark, that kind of thing. That's how you turn it into a conversation.
对，所以就像我们刚刚讲到了，发型可以谈到很多吗？哎，你用什么染剂？你找谁？你去哪一间 salon？ 等等，这些都是 follow-up questions.
The article says, if you are confident, it might be to your advantage to try to be humorous. Okay, let's explain this word advantage and to someone's advantage right now. So just the word advantage by itself means a condition or a situation that is favorable to one person. It maybe gives them a better chance of winning a game if one side has an advantage. This team has an advantage because they are playing at home. They've got their fans to support them. But if we say something is to a person's advantage, we mean that this person is doing something that suits them. It puts them in a favorable position. It gives them more chance of succeeding. A similar phrase is playing to one's strengths. In other words, you're doing something that is going to be fairly easy to you because of your experience, your background. It's going to make you look and feel good because you are good at it. For example, I have a background as an actor, so it's to my advantage to use my acting skills in my job. Okay, it gives me an advantage. Here's another way we can use this sentence or phrase. It's to your advantage to book flight tickets early because they're cheaper then.
所以呢 advantage 就是一个好处。那我们通常说去占某人便宜，利用某一个人，我们就可以 to take advantage of someone。那它的那个相反词就是坏处嘛，坏处的英文就是 disadvantage。所以我们可以说，我们用第一个利用这个片语来造一个句子。She never seems to notice when people try to take advantage of her.
So, if you're confident, it's to your advantage or it's a good thing for you if you can try and be humorous. Humorous is funny. If you are a humorous person, you're good at making others laugh. So we can describe people as humorous if they're funny, they're good at funny stories and jokes. Or we can describe things as humorous, like in this example. The movie is full of humorous scenes and characters, so the audience laughed all the way through. But that's for people who are confident, who kind of believe in themselves. If you're not confident, then if you try to be funny, it'll probably be even more awkward.
Yeah. 所以呢，这边有一个 confident， 它就是自信的意思。所以如果你觉得呢，你自己可以办到，可以耍幽默这件事情的话，意思大概是这个感觉，不是说你真的很自信。所以 humorous 它是幽默的，那它的名词就会是 humor。所以我们如果说幽默感就是 sense of humor，I can say Pat, you really do have a sense of humor.
It could be a bad sense of humor, but yeah, if you have a sense of humor, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are good at telling jokes and being funny, but it just means you understand funny stuff. You appreciate different types of humor. You understand when something is a joke. So, what can you do if you're confident like this? The article says, approach the person next to you with a funny remark. So here we're talking about approaching somebody. In this context, approach means to speak to someone about something for the first time, especially in order to ask for help, make an offer, begin a conversation, that kind of thing. You might say, the phone store worker approached me with a question about what I was looking for.
So remark 就是言论的意思，所以个人的言论我们可以说 personal remarks。那通常这个有点带有人身攻击的意思。那么 rude remarks 就是一个很粗鲁无礼的言论，所以我们也可以说 to make 一个形容词什么样的 remarks about something。比如说 it's immature to make rude remarks about other people。所以呢，我们也可以用幽默风趣的言论去接近他人。
And you can then see them react. Now that sentence I just used there contains today's language in focus, so let's learn more about this sentence pattern.
好，我们今天的 language in focus 呢，要讲的是主词加上感官动词的用法。感官动词是干嘛的呢？就是用来表示察觉某个人或者是某个事物，也就是受词所发生的动作。那么受词后面可以接原形动词、现在分词或者是过去分词哦。感官动词可以分为以下几类，视觉上有 see、watch, look at, notice 或者是 observe。那么听觉的部分有 hear, listen to 跟 feel。听觉是这些，感觉 feel 是 feel。OK， 那我们先看一下原形动词的时候，就是受词它经历某件事的完整过程。比如说 My corgi watched me clean the kitchen。我的柯基看着我整理厨房哦，整个过程它都有看到。那如果是现在分词呢，就是强调受词正在做某件事情，正在这个事情。所以 I heard my nephew singing in the shower。 我听到侄子在洗澡时唱歌，我们强调正在发生。那么过去分词呢，表示受词被动经历某事。比如说 Nancy saw her sandwich being eaten by her coworker， 或者是 being 可以省略。所以 Nancy 看到她的三明治正在被她的同事吃掉。
So you say something funny and watch them or see them react, which means do something in response to something else. For example, how did your parents react when you told them you didn't want to go to college?
好 react 它就是反应，所以名词就是 reaction 嘛。那么对食物过敏的过敏反应也可以用这一个字哦，比如说 Jessica has an allergic reaction to peanuts.
But here's a lesson to learn about being humorous. Be careful to make sure the other person is reacting well, though.
Yeah, 但是我们要确保对方的反应是正向良好的哦。
So there's lots of different ways you can break the ice, but the article says it doesn't matter which method you choose as long as you remember to be polite.
但不管如何呢，一定要记得保持礼貌，因为不管什么时候保持礼貌就是最好的。我们这边可以改写成 No matter what, remember to be polite.
So the article then finishes up by saying, now if you're sitting with your new classmates, turn to someone and give one of these methods a go. To give something a go just means to try something for the first time, see how it works.
So give something a go 就是试试看。如果你现在就坐在同学旁边的话，赶快找个同学试试看以上这些方法吧 and see if it works.
Exactly. Now let's discuss these ideas a bit more in today's For You Chat question, which is, can you think of any other ways to break the ice? Talk about them.
You can pretend to fall down.
I suppose create a bit of drama.
A little bit.
Now, I remember teaching some conversation classes in English, and it talked about 5 different conversation starters, and some of them we've covered, which is give a compliment.
A compliment.
You also talk about something you can both see, hear, or experience.
Oh.
Like, is there music in the background? You could talk about that. Is there something you can both see?
Ooh.
Talk about that. Now, a very safe but a little bit boring one is talking about the weather.
Oh, yeah. How's the weather today?
Well, not how, but it's like, oh, it's a beautiful day. You know, it's terrible rain, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Ask a non-personal question, which we've kind of covered. And you know what? I've kind of forgotten the 5th one.
That's okay. But
it's something similar to those, like, compliment and stuff, but talking about things you can both see or hear is another one. Like if you're in a class, you could talk about the teacher. You know, you could find out if they have any, if it's your first time at this school, do they have any older brothers or sisters at the school who can, tell them some useful information about it, that sort of thing.
Or maybe talk about your favorite subject.
Yeah, that's often good because you've got a lot to say about that kind of thing. Find out if they like something similar to you. Movies, books, music. Find some common ground. Then, okay, you got loads of stuff to talk about. But that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for listening, everybody, and watching us today for English for You. I'm Pat.
I'm Chickling.
And we'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Vocabulary Review. Charm. Jordan often tries to get out of doing housework by pleasing his parents with his charm. Conversation. Ethan and Mark had a long conversation about life on their camping trip. Advantage. Leroy has an advantage when he plays basketball because he's usually the tallest player. Humorous. My dad has a humorous personality. He always tells funny jokes that make us laugh. Approach. Tom needed to interview someone for a school project, so he approached a local business owner. React. When the fire alarm rang, everyone reacted quickly by lining up and moving toward the nearest exit.
智慧小补帖。
Compliment. Remark.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作。活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net